You're looking live in Caesar's Palace here on the final SmackDown before Bad Blood, as we're live in Las Vegas, Nevada, here tonight, the home of WrestleMania 9. Tonight, SmackDown gets the honor to pay tribute to that very show back in '93. Here tonight on SmackDown, where our main event will be Cena versus Nakamura, but we kick the night off with a women's tag team matchup. As here comes the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, Pure Fusion Collective. On your right, Shayna Baszler. On your left, Zoe Stark.
The following is a tag team match set for one fall. On the way to the ring, the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark, the Pure Fusion Collective.
For the last few weeks, we've seen the women's tag team division started to flourish a bit after WrestleMania with Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyria. Been taking on different challenges over the last few weeks. We just saw Chelsea Green and Piper Niven arrive to SmackDown the last episode. But tonight, we got a debut. We went from traded superstars to a debut here on SmackDown. As here comes Takara Jackson and Last Legend. Last Legend, the first ever women's Intercontinental Champion in Universe Mode history back in 2K22, making a return along with their new tag partner in Takara Jackson, a part of Metaphor, making their way down the aisle. A new tag team making their way into SmackDown, and they have a big opportunity taking on the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. So imagine, on their first night as a tag team in Takara Jackson and Last Legend, they're able to walk into Las Vegas, the same place that held WrestleMania 9 all the way back in '93. Here on SmackDown tonight, if they can knock off the tag team champions, maybe a title shot be in their future down the line. Or maybe they'll be inserted into the tag title match at Bad Blood. Because after last week when Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyria became victors over their opponents, no doubt we got #1 contenders for the tag team titles as Shayna Baszler right out the gate with a flying form on the Takara Jackson, but Jackson able to turn it around quickly. As Shayna Baszler sent to the corner. One of the most fierce competitors, and now Last Legend making her way. And now, oh my goodness! Launching Baszler face first and then launched herself with an elbow. And now here comes Last Legend! Oh! Couldn't get the splash, but able to reverse for what Baszler had in mind there. And now a pop-up and lets her crash and burn gut first onto the canvas, hook of the leg, but a kick at 1. And now Last Legend, Irish whip, Baszler turns it around. Oh no! Takara thought she was gonna get Baszler with that strike, but she got Lash instead. Miscommunication there momentarily by the hands of Shayna Baszler. Big kick to the midsection there by Lash. And now, oh, trying to swing at Baszler, but Baszler had her scouted. And now got her up for a scoop and a slam. Last Legend is no small competitor, to say the least. As Zoe Stark now on the apron. Bad intentions. Zoe Stark looking to fly. Oh, but Lash able to counter. Again, we try to get an upset. Does the new duo of Metaphor in Legend and Jackson, but sadly, the tag team champions are giving them a run for their money so far. So we stuck with the double leg takedown. Now tag me to Baszler. Tag. Here comes Miss Jackson. And now Baszler with a kick to the knee. Got her on her knees. Oh! Running penalty kick right to the chest. After that attack by Baszler and Stark on the Becky and Lyra last week in Hammerstein Ballroom, New York City on SmackDown. You gotta wonder, oh, was that to make a statement that they are the dominant tag team in SmackDown, on the SmackDown brand, being that they're the tag team champions. And they recognize a threat potentially in Becky and Lyra. Tried to exterminate the threat last week. As Zoe Stark got the tag. And now Jackson with the DDT. Able to take down the former WWE Women's Champion in Zoe Stark. Tag. Here comes Last Legend. That's right, back in Season 9, 2K23, going into 2K24 in Season 10 is when Zoe Stark had a rivalry with Bianca Belair over the women's title. Cover, form in the face and the kick. And now, big kick right to the spine, and the Las Vegas crowd not liking that. As Shayna Baszler scouting Last Legend, setting her up for the Karafuda clutch. Karafuda clutch is locked in, but I believe Miss Jackson to the ring and able to get involved, because no doubt if Baszler had the submission on longer, then maybe that might have spelled disaster for Last Legend. As attacking the head and neck, but a kick to the skull there by Lash, and now sending Baszler to the corner. Another former women's champion. That time Jackson able to get the strike off of Baszler, but Shayna able to kick back. It's a back and forth matchup, especially for their first match as a tag team in Last Legend. And Chikara trying to go for a boot, but Baszler hung onto the ropes momentarily, and that time caught her with a lariat. Going on the second rope, can she reach Baszler? I think Baszler meant to tag, and she did. Here comes Stark. Kick to the midsection. Clubbing blow. Gotta say, the first ever Women's Intercontinental Champion is holding her own here in Last Legend. As, backbreaker on the Baszler, but Zoe Stark, after getting back in the ring, picking her spot with that maneuver. And now it's Zoe Stark measuring Last Legend from that 4! Springboard, but couldn't get the drop kick. And now Last Legend looking to try to capitalize, but Stark able to counter. Kick to the midsection downstairs, but Legend able to power out. The crowd is conflicted. They don't know who to cheer for. Wicked form, if not elbow, right to the most of Stark. And now Chikara got tagged in. Miss Jackson trying to apply more damage, but Zoe Stark able to counter. What does she have in mind here? Thinking Frankensteiner. Kick to the spine. And now look at that. Zoe! Using the top rope to able to adjust herself into a senton, but right there, simple yet effective by Miss Jackson, able to take down Stark. The women's tag team champions are not looking too good right now, but again, Zoe Stark, they're going to turn the tide. Hurricane Rana, and now going up top, Stark frog splash, but not looking to go for the cover. Wants a decisive victory, perhaps. Zoe with the Z360! Z360! But Lash able to get involved there. Lash able to get involved, but the referee had a monster to get back on the apron. This time, again, Z360 by Zoe Stark as the tag team champions makes their statement tonight. Stark and Baszler get the win tonight here in Las Vegas. Becky and Lyra! Becky and Lyra get their get back! Attacking the tag team champions for what they did last week. But no doubt, this rivalry is heating up, heading towards Bad Blood with the women's tag titles on the line.
At WrestleMania, I successfully obtained the Intercontinental Championship, and now Ken Shamrock wants his rematch to be an Underground Rules match. I don't know what this match is, other than the ropes will be removed and the match will end by submission or knockout. Now, Ken, you think this match favors you? Any match that Tribal Chief is in, especially for the first time, I usually win. The last time I entered a first time ever kind of match was a 6-man Armageddon Hell in a Cell match. I beat 5 of the best and walked out the winner and retained my championship in Season 3 at Survivor Series. Years later, one-on-one against another legend in this business, and I will beat your ass and retain my Intercontinental title.
All right, guys. I called for this meeting because I haven't heard anything from Finn or JD. Now I am planning to go for the main event picture. And since Rhea has Bianca for the women's title at Bad Blood. Next week, I got Karrion Kross in Las Vegas. So hopefully we get the Judgment Day back on track.
I haven't heard anything since you and Finn lost the tag team titles. But I'm gonna do something to make it right by challenging Roman Reigns for the Intercontinental Championship.
Dom, Roman Reigns, really? You may have done well with the Cruiserweight and Television Championships, but Roman Reigns is a different beast, and I don't think you're ready yet. Right, Priest? Back me up here.
Rhea, don't sweat it. That Intercontinental Championship is perfect for me, and Roman Reigns isn't doing anything of note with it anyway.
She's right. Maybe get a few wins under your belt, or if you really want to prove yourself, start next week.
I thought you would be proud of me, wanting to step up the ladder.
Hello, Dominic. My name is Paul Heyman. Now, I may be the wise man of the reigning, defending Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion, the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns, but I overheard your conversation and I got an idea. Walk with me, will you?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, as we're back live here on SmackDown here in Las Vegas, Nevada. As tonight, we're getting ready for a 4-man gauntlet match.
Representing the Street Profits from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 232 pounds,
Montez Ford making his way into Las Vegas here tonight, representing the Street Profits along with Angelo Dawkins. No doubt Montez Ford and Dawkins have been trying to get back in the tag title hunt. Things have not been working out for him. Tonight is an opportunity for Montez Ford to get that one chance. The winning team will now get an opportunity at the WWE Men's Tag Team titles on SmackDown the following episode after Bad Blood. As Bad Blood is a stacked card to say the least. Want to give the superstars an opportunity to shine, and no doubt, the Street Profits, if not the Street Profits, any other tag team member in this match, whoever wins for their team will get that chance to meet DIY on a brand new episode of SmackDown following Bad Blood. Montez Ford's in the ring. Who else will join him in this gauntlet match? Oh, wait a minute. I mean, we just saw that earlier today before the show started. Dominic Mysterio had a discussion not only with the Judgment Day, but also the wise man, Paul Heyman. Did Paul Heyman get Dom this spot?
representing the Judgment Day from San Diego, California, weighing in at 200 pounds, Dirty
Dominic Mysterio's the first Mysterio to walk into Caesar's Palace here in the WWE. None of his own father did that before. Here in Las Vegas, Nevada. WrestleMania 9 was held here back in 1993. That's the same night where Bret Hart lost the WWE Championship to Yokozuna in the main event. And nothing else happened that night. As Dominic Mysterio, now a part of this gauntlet match. We're going to start with these two, Montez Ford and Dominic Mysterio. Then we move on to the other two competitors to be entered into this match. And then we want to find out who will be the survivor out of this one. And then go on the challenge DIY for the men's WWE Tag Team titles. As Dominic Mysterio doesn't look too pleased to be in this match, I would say so. You can look on his face. We even heard that he wants to challenge Roman Reigns for the Intercontinental title. And here we go. Whoa! Montez went low, Dom went high, but Montez springboard DDT catching Dom. Even Chad Patton going old school with the striped shirt here tonight. Has a big stomp right to the midsection there. And now Mysterio, I noticed he's not even wearing ring gear in this match. I guess he was unprepared tonight, but nonetheless, Mysterio, a wrestler at heart, they're going to continue. But who's number 3? The Dudley Boys, but who? I think it's Devon. Devon making his way down the aisle. As Dominic Mysterio and Montez going at it. Devon in the ring. I would have noticed if it was Bubba, but no doubt Devon. Oh! Looking to make a difference. Representing the Dudley Boys. Mysterio with a chair shot to the back of the skull of Montez. And Dom with a drop kick on the Devon, I should say. And now we get to the final competitor. Montez with a kendo stick. Oh, what the? Metaphor? Wait, that's Oro Mensah from the Performance Center. What an opportunity for Oro Mensah making his debut here in Las Vegas. Here on SmackDown. And right off the gate brings out a kendo stick and swings up to Dominic Mysterio. But look at that. Montez forward right there. Ooh. Big shot right to the spine. So imagine Oro Mensah getting a tag title opportunity. But who's his partner? That's the question. We don't know much of Metaphor other than we saw Jakaro Jackson and Lash Legend debut literally the first match of the night. Dominic was still with a drop kick on the Devon. So many questions yet to be answered. Here on SmackDown, a lot of new faces have been showing up as of late. All trying to get an opportunity here on SmackDown. Oro tried to go for a big right, but Devon had him scouted, but got him on the ropes. But now Montez back in the ring. And now Montez forward. Famous, sir! Remember, this is an elimination match. So we're going to find out who will be the first one to go. Dominic Mysterio with the advantage. And no, Montez able to kick at 2. And now Oro Mensah with the kendo stick swiping after Dom. Look at Dom now. What's he thinking? Vertical suplex. Devon powerbomb. No. Fireman's carry onto the top rope. And now Mysterio. The 3 Amigos. And now Dom was taunting on the outside. And Devon plants him on the chair. Every time Dom had something ideal, someone is able to prove him wrong. Able to prove him that, yeah, maybe that's not a good idea. As Oro Mensah with a kendo stick after Devon, and now swings after Dom as well. And now wants the chair. Or maybe not. Going after Dom. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, 4-man gauntlet eliminator match. The winner is the one who survives out of the 4. One man got to survive over 3 superstars just to earn an opportunity at DIY for the tag team titles for their team. That means Dirty Dom for the Judgment Day, Devon for the Dudleys with Bubba, Oro Mensah his tag partner, and then Montez with Angelo. Oh! Swing with the kendo stick right to the leg isn't enough. A kick at 1. As Mysterio takes care of Devon on the outside, talking some trash, or showing a level of disrespect, is Mysterio just taunting Devon very carelessly. Oh! Power bomb by Montez. But what's he gonna do with it? Michinoku driver by Dom! From the heavens by Montez! Onto Oro Mensah! Hook of the leg! 2! No! Couldn't get the 3! Couldn't eliminate him! Just not yet! Mysterio with a Mexican Destroyer on the outside! Drop kick! by Ford. Kendo stick in hand. Mysterio in the cover of Devon. Is Devon eliminated? Yes, he is. Oh, Montez whips the kendo stick right at Dome's face. Devon, the first one to go in this match. So we're down to 3. Ooh. Elbow after elbow. What's Dom gonna do? Try to swing. Montez able to roll away. But that time Mysterio caught him. Big right. And now using the top rope. Ringing the neck. Ringing the throat of Montez Ford. Got him up on the shoulders. Fireman's carry. Oh! Channeled way bare with that waistline. Is it enough? By Mysterio on the shoulder up by Ford. Or Mensa with a chair. Mysterio with a thrust kick. Mensa. Oh! Chair shot right to the skull of Mysterio. And now, swung the chair at Ford. Is Ford down for the count? Montez, the first entrant, not able to stay down even for a 2 count. Mysterio taunting on the outside. Form in the face and... Oh! Ford able to counter with a form of his own. Got Don here. Oh, but Betsa with her form. But goes at the door with a wheel kick. Caught him in the corner. Right in the jaw. And Mysterio powers out of 2. Holy. Oh. Almost like a side effect there by Mensa. Again, an opportunity at DIY's tag team titles are up for grabs here. You don't know who's going to walk out with the gold, or an opportunity rather. As Montez Ford firing himself up here. They're going to get back in it. Attacks Mysterio with a lariat from behind. Oh, stop right on the head. And now Montez. Does he have Mysterio grounded? Oh, double axe handle off the second rope. And now, on the outside, they're going to go after Oro now. As, oh! Attack that left knee. Went for the Integuri head kick. Couldn't get it. Caught him with a vicious lariat in Montez. Wicked right. And now, oh, outside Uranagi. Rock bottom like. By Montez Ford, and Montez trying to weather the storm of both men here, but oh, face first into the turn into the barricade, I should say. Mysterio sent him into the ring. Mysterio now eyeing down Mensa, but like Montez getting back in it, but Mysterio on the cover. Is Mensa down for the count? No! 2 count. Where's Ford going? From the heavens with a frog splash! Can he finish the job? Can he confirm his kill? This Ford! Yes, he can! Mensa's eliminated. We're down to 2. The drop kick might do it to put away Montez Ford. No. And now Mysterio, despite being no disqualifications, foot on the ropes for leverage. And Montez still powers out. Well, despite not wearing his traditional wrestling gear, Mysterio prepared for the 619. Oh my God, busted open Montez Ford in the process. And now look at this, ending insult to injury. Kendo stick to the skull, open wound and all. Mysterio up top, frog splash. Mysterio acting like that's how it's done. Hooking the leg up the frog splash. Boom! Montez got up at 2. What will it take? Hurricane Rana? No! Face first goes Mysterio. Montez Ford got a lot of gas left in the tank. Blockbuster. He nails the blockbuster. Kendo stick breaks it off of Mysterio. Oh! Back suplex. Montez setting up Mysterio in the drop zone from the heavens. Montez with his own splash. The Street Profits are #1 contenders. What a gauntlet match.
Here is your winner, Montez Ford.
Montez Ford has done it. Has won an opportunity at the WWE Tag Team titles for himself and Angelo Dawkins for SmackDown after Bad Blood.
The Judgment Day has been in a slump since championships were lost and members disappearing. But it's better to work with what we have than do nothing at all. Tonight I start with Karrion Kross, and I plan on sending him south from heaven to pick up a win. Dom tried his luck with the gauntlet, but I'm sure he'll be all right. Rhea is locked in on facing Bianca at Bad Blood, and her risking her SmackDown contract is a sacrifice that she's willing to make. I do hope that Finn and JD return in time, so the Judgment Day will be complete once again.
Damian Priest focused on bettering himself and the Judgment Day. Starting tonight when he takes on Karrion Kross in Karrion Kross's home state here in Las Vegas. Right now, we switch gears for a King of the Ring qualifier. As you see right there, that man in the ring is Eddie Thorpe. As he takes on him.
And his opponent from Boston, Massachusetts, weighing in at 210 pounds, Carmelo Hayes!
Carmelo Hayes was once a hot commodity, to say the least, on the Raw brand when he debuted during the Hurt Business, and then went on to not only have open challenges on premium live events, but then went on to win the Intercontinental Championship at SummerSlam. Then went on to hold on to the championship undefeated, keep that in mind, beating a lot of superstars, including the likes of Randy Orton at Survivor Series, but then his undefeated streak came to an end when he went up against Gunther in a champion versus champion match for the WWE title. Two undefeated streaks were colliding, but it was Carmelo Hayes that sadly met its end. But ever since then, he's been trying to find his footing. He tried the tag division with Trick Williams. Things have not worked out for Trick Bello Gang, especially with Trick Williams over on Raw now, over the trade, I should say. And now Carmelo Hayes claims that he has dropped the dead weight and he's ready to kick it off. Here we go, try to go for a float over DDT perhaps, but Thorpe able to counter. It was last week where Carmelo Hayes said he was going to qualify for the King of the Ring and look at go on and win the whole thing. Let's see if we can get through Eddie Thorpe here tonight. Eddie Thorpe with a wrist lock control over Carmelo Hayes momentarily until now Hayes with the advantage. Not looking too good if you're Eddie Thorpe, but now Carmelo Hayes applying pressure, applying damage onto that left wrist of Eddie Thorpe. Thorpe is suffering through the pain, but trying to fight, not trying to find a way through. Shoulder first goes Carmelo Hayes. And he comes back with a nasty clothesline. So one thing we can say about Carmelo Hayes, at least he's had championship gold, he's had opportunities in the past, and we know what he's capable of. Now it's time for him to shine through. Springboard moonsault, hook of the leg, but a shoulder up at one. No doubt, a lot of superstars, a lot of changes are being made every week. So no doubt, Carmelo Hayes is trying to find his footing, trying to get in where he can fit in, and then find an opportunity for himself to make a name for himself here on SmackDown. Went for a collarbone tie to a waistlock now by Hayes. Got waistlock control on to Eddie Thorpe. Almost like he's toying with him at this point. Eddie Thorpe making his debut while Carmelo Hayes been in uterus mode for the last 2 years. Snapmaring into a chin lock here. Eddie Thorpe with a chin lock applied. Almost like a submission. As Hayes not looking too good. Almost looks like he's gasping for air almost from the chin lock. But now Eddie Thorpe changes direction, directing his knee right in between the shoulder blades of Hayes. Now Carmelo on the outside. Oh, wait a minute! Oh! Thorpe was lining and waiting, but sadly, Carmelo Hayes was one step ahead. But wait, Thorpe able to turn that Irish whip around. Both men back in the ring, stalemate, until that cover will tie up, and now Fireman's carry, but Hayes with the elbows able to counter. Carmelo Hayes, what's he thinking? Oh! Planning him, double knees to the face. Almost like another version of First 48 almost. But instead he just reeled him in almost like a snapmare from a snapmare position. And drive his knees right to the face of Eddie Thorpe. Tried to go for a drop kick, but Thorpe had him scouted. And now, attacking the knees. Thorpe busted open and on the side of his skull. Big kick right to the back of the leg by Carmelo. And now Hayes, first 48. The traditional first 48, able to connect. And now Carmelo got him in the corner. And now, scoop and a slam. Hayes going up top. The athletic agility being displayed by the former Intercontinental champ. Here we go. No! Thorpe counter with a powerbomb. And then, Mello with a kick. And now Mello caught him with the drop kick. Thorpe busted open and all. Hook of the leg off the drop kick. And that's it. What the? Carmelo Hayes gets the win. Wow.
Here is your winner, Carmelo Hayes!
You can almost tell that Carmelo Hayes had to think quick on his feet at the last moment with that drop kick after the nothing but net got countered into a powerbomb by Eddie Thorpe. But nonetheless, there's your third competitor in the King of the Ring qualifying process over the next few weeks. Carmelo Hayes, the third participant in the men's King of the Ring tournament. Wow. On May 11th, it will be WWE Bad Blood, hosted in Atlanta, Georgia, where superstars will finally settle the differences that we've been building for the last few months. Superstars with championships on the line and grudges to behold. All will take place at Bad Blood. As we're back live here on SmackDown, getting ready for another matchup as one man is returning home in Vegas. No doubt looking to show up and show off tonight.
Scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Sin City, weighing in at 265 pounds,
Karrion Kross. We saw him get a victory over Braun Strowman last week here on SmackDown in Hammerstein Ballroom, despite the assist by the Nigerian Giant, the Colossus, in Omos. Made his return to SmackDown or into Universe mode in over what felt like over a year for Omos. But nonetheless, Karrion Kross got the victory over Braun Strowman, and now tonight Karrion Kross is back home in Sin City. Here in Caesar's Palace, I'm sure he's watched WrestleMania 9 in the past. For him to show up here tonight in the same arena, in the same venue, must mean a lot to him, but no doubt he's laser-eyed focused on the man who's planning on getting the win in Damian Priest here tonight. Still to come tonight, ladies and gentlemen, Logan Paul will take on Kevin Owens, AJ Styles will take on a mystery opponent, and then John Cena will meet Shinsuke Nakamura in our main event here tonight. As here comes,
and his opponent from New York City, weighing in at 249 pounds, Damian Priest!
the Punishment, Damian Priest, making his way towards the ring. A lot of people have a lot of questions regarding the Judgment Day status. They have not been on the winning side as of late. Again, we have not seen Finn Balor at all since they lost the tag team titles back to DIY. And now it seems that Damian Priest I'm starting to sense a bit of tension between Priest and Balor over the fact that they lost the tag team titles, and Finn Balor's more focused on Roman Reigns at the time when Roman Reigns returned to SmackDown earlier this year. It seems that since Balor and JD McDonough have gone MIA in the Judgment Day, it seems that Damian Priest are going to move forward. Like he said earlier, they're going to deal with what he has and make the best out of it. Here tonight, Priest, Kross, one-on-one. Oh, and now Chad Patton puts on the regular referee shirt, and Kross right out the gate with a hip toss, able to take Priest down as we begin this match. Big stomp right to the arm, and now Kross. You do not want to take him lightly, as Damian Priest still got caught. Kross still got him hooked with this gut-wrench suplex. Oh my. Karrion Kross, former world champion. Do not want to take that away from him. There, Kross turning Priest around to the O'Connor roll. But couldn't get even a 2 count. Got a 1 count off of that one. And now it's Kross looking to work on the arm of Priest here. Ooh. Big stomp after stomp there by Karrion Kross here. No doubt feeding off of momentum after getting a win against a giant in Braun Strowman, the former world champion as well. Big kick there by Damian Priest. Don't want to count on Priest as well, former NXT light heavyweight champion in this universe mode. Galopotaya, after the series of moves we saw moments ago, now both men just jockeying for position here. Priest got Kross back cornered. And now again, Galopotaya. Right after that clean break, we got a Galopotaya once again. But now Kross with a waist lock. We all know that Kross likes to have control. He loves to be the one that calls the shots, that dictate the pace in his matches. And he's seeing it right here. Got him grounded with a grounded side headlock now. Damian Priest might be in a bad spot, especially with Kross with his fighting background. On his off time, he likes to crack 2 baseball bats with his bare hands and feet. But Damian Priest holding his own. Side headlock here. The punishment of the Judgment Day. Looking to rise up here tonight. Side headlock applied. Applying pressure. And look at Kross. Sets him off the ropes. Able to escape out of the hold. Ducks under. Leapfrog. And now it's Kross. Picking elbow. At that time, knocked him down with a boot. He grazed him with the elbow, caught him with the boot, and now, again, Kross back in control the way he wants it. Kross understands the logic of time, that we don't have a lot of it. It's best to make the most of what you have, and that's exactly what Kross is trying to do with Damian Priest. Priest getting up to his feet, not gonna like the Veil double axe handle, but he caught him. He caught him with a shot right to the midsection, knocking the wind out of the sails of Karrion Kross. Face first off the post, elbow drop as well. Holy! And now Priest, like he said earlier, no! Over the top, onto the outside. No doubt Priest wants to set up Karrion Kross, sending him south from heaven. But he's got to do it in the ring if he wants to make it count. As he sends Kross right across ringside. Ooh. There's Damian Priest now. Trying to figure out what else do I need to do to break down Kross. He's trying to figure that out. Oh! Attacking that left knee. A count of 5 now. Priest does not have that much time to do damage on the outside. Until the referee's count of 10. But look at Kross. He finds it opening with a jawbreaker. And now Kross sending Priest across ringside. And now Karrion back in the ring. Count of 8. Referee trying to get Priest back in the ring. And he gets back in the ring just in time. But look at Kross, he got him! Oh! What an exploder there by Kross. A powerful and effective maneuver. But is it enough to keep Priest down? Not even close. Priest got back up. And oh my god! That's what a sick individual like Kross would do. A headbutt right to the back of the skull. Does not even care for his own well-being as long as he inflicts punishment on the others. And now, oh wait, Damian Priest got him up. Oh! Shades of Farouk with the Dominator there. Is it enough? Hook of the leg! Oh! Couldn't even get a 2 count. And now Priest, elevated flatliner! Damian Priest has gotten wins like this before. Can he get it here? Oh, no! Kross again, able to get up at 1! Before the referee can even count 2, he even kicks out. Not even giving Priest a chance to even believe he has a chance to win. But Priest continues to fight. Priest continues to go. Razor's Edge! Razor's Edge! All of the bad guy, but no! Shoulder control by Kross. The power of the bad guy wasn't enough for the punishment to put Kross away. But the kicks right to the gut, to the leg, and to that forearm to the face. The crowd chanting fight forever. But Priest wants to finish the job. But Kross continues to fight. And now it's Kross. Oh, the Doomsday! That Doomsday Plex isn't enough. 2 count. No, and Damian Priest powers at it too. What a match here. Uh-oh, cross jacket, cross jacket! He's got him with the cross jacket! That's how Kross became world champion! Can Priest survive? Yes, he does! Able to break open the hold and cut him with the elbow! And now, Irish whip up the ropes! Couldn't get the elbow! Kick to the midsection. Pump handle. Oh, wait a minute! Oh! Kross plants him! To finish the job! Damian Priest is still alive! Oh my god! Not even that maneuver! A brand new one from Kross wasn't enough! It wasn't enough! And Damian Priest for the lariat! Oh, Damian Priest measuring Kross. He wants to inflict punishment, and he does! Samoan drop. Where the hell is Priest going? Priest looking to fly. Wants Kross up to his feet. Kross not going to like the view, but Damian Priest realized he was too far. Couldn't get the right form in the face. That slight hesitation by Priest might cost him, but then again, slipped through the back door with that chop block. Oh, caught him with the elbow to Kross. I think both men are battered and bruised, bloodied. Both men wanting a victory here tonight. God almighty! We see an F5. That would have been an F10 right there by Kross. On to Damian Priest, none less. And then Kross power bomb onto Priest. Kross up top. Now it's Kross wanting Priest up to his feet. Not gonna like the view is Priest. Double axe handle. You notice Kross attacking the head and neck area of Damian Priest. Could he be maybe setting up for the cross jacket drop kick right to the spine? Karrion Kross. Kick to the midsection. Might have it. And it's Priest. Counters with a hip toss. Oh. Kick to the spine. What's Priest gonna do here? Not gonna send himself to heaven. Channeling the bad guy. Once again. Razor removed. Oh, the Razor's Edge. Priest in the cover. And it's Damian Priest that walks away with a win. What a battle by both men here in Vegas tonight. My God! Kross might be hurt. Damian Priest, they're gonna check on him. Spirit of competition here on SmackDown. Oh, what the? That damn Karrion Kross! Always playing mind games with his opponents, even after the match. Priest showed him compassion and it backfired.
Ladies and gentlemen, next week I will have a #1 contenders match. Once I win, I will be able to beat Roman Reigns and become the new Intercontinental Champion. Whether my Judgment Day family members like it or not, it doesn't matter to me. All that matters is that I become a champion again, and I refuse to let anyone hold me back. Whether it's the Judgment Day, my deadbeat dad, or anyone else, I will become a champion in Season 11.
Dominic Mysterio, with strong words, have his eyes set on the Intercontinental Championship, as here comes a man who's held that title 6 times in Universe Mode history.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Marysville, Quebec, Canada, weighing in at 266 pounds, Kevin Owens!
The prize fighter, Kevin Owens. Look at the dude battle against Logan Paul here tonight, here on SmackDown. Kevin Owens is kind of at a weird spot since losing at WrestleMania against CM Punk for the undisputed WWE Championship. Maybe Owens is looking to work his way up the ladder once again. But I'm sure Kevin Owens, maybe not now, might not want to go after the Intercontinental Championship. Already been there, done that.
And his opponent from Cleveland, Ohio, weighing in at 205 pounds, Logan Paul!
Ladies and gentlemen, one of, if not the most despicable wrestlers, at least in the fans' eyes, and Logan Paul making his way down the aisle, but you cannot deny his athleticism, the fact that he can get in the ring and get it done, unlike any other, I would say, outsider that came into the WWE and was able to tie up a pair of boots. Logan Paul, an exceptional wrestler, to say the least, here in the WWE. And now has a big chance to knock off the former 3-time WWE champion in Kevin Owens. Big opportunity, but the fans in Vegas are solely behind KO here tonight. Bell swung, and here we go. Logan Paul with a wicked right after right, and then attacking the gut of Kevin Owens, trying to knock the wind out of his sails in the early going, and a DDT by Paul. Logan Paul, I wouldn't say a YouTube sensation, more like just a sensation within the United States. I wouldn't say globally, but within the United States. As Logan Paul, big splash on the KO. And then a top rope, springboarded to a moonsault, showing up and showing out here in Vegas. And showed up at 1. Logan Paul, a man who became in a box office attraction through boxing, through celebrity or YouTube boxing back in the day, and then went on to actually legitimately compete against Floyd Money Mayweather at one point. Still shocked that it came down to a damn tie. But nonetheless, Logan Paul was able to hang in there. Oh, Kevin Owens able to hang in there with the knees. Able to catch him with the double knees from the crossbody attempt. Big kick. Uh-oh. Kevin Owens in trouble. Oh! Logan Paul with those kicks, and he's talking some smack to KO. Not something you want to do down the line, I'm sure. Down the line, I'm sure Kevin Owens will give you a receipt one way or to other. Oh, drop kick by Logan Paul. Kevin Owens reeling here. Again, an opportunity for Paul to show up and show out. And maybe even upset Kevin Owens here tonight. Shot to the spine. Again, Paul in control. Rights and lefts, body shot after body shot. I don't know if Logan Paul's trying to wrestle or he's back training in boxing. And then less, he got KO down, on cover, form in the face for good measure in the 2 count. And now Kevin Owens again in trouble. Oh, could have went for a German suplex to Logan, but look at KO able to turn it around to a backbreaker. And now the prize fighter. You hear the crowd chanting, "Kill Owens, kill." Will Owens be able to confirm his kill here tonight against Logan Paul in this match? Will he be able to get the job done? As Logan Paul, oh my God, what a lariat! Turning him inside out. Isn't enough by Logan Paul to get the win off the clothesline, and Kevin Owens with the bottom rope at 2. Grab the bottom rope, the ring awareness by KO on display. Logan trying to swing, but KO caught him with a stunner. And Logan Paul with a shoulder up. Wow. KO trying to swing, both men trading blows, but KO now getting the upper hand literally over Logan Paul in this match, and it seems that Paul may have had enough. Kevin Owens in control, but it seems again Logan Paul says, "Nah, I'm good. I'm good today," but that's not how it works. There's no timeouts in wrestling. As Kevin Owens looking to send Paul onto the apron and sends him back in the ring. The prize fighter not looking to waste any time as far as inflicting punishment onto Logan Paul. Paul trying to walk out. KO brought him back in. Not going up top. Kevin Owens, Swanton Bomb! Is it enough for KO? And Logan says no. Kevin Owens is, oh wait, poised and ready for that stunner. Does he have it this time? Off the stunner. No, Logan Paul at the last moment. Able to kick at it too. And Kevin Owens can't believe it. And we still have 2 more matches left to go tonight. Elbow right to the face. Elbow after elbow. Kevin Owens. Got him. What's he thinking? Oh my God, a swinging bell to back driver. And Logan, the resiliency. What the hell is he doing? Blatantly messing with the turnbuckle right in front of KO and the referee. Really shows the inexperience of Logan Paul. Backbreaker into a neckbreaker. Referee messing with the buckle. What's Logan got in mind here? What's he thinking? Oh, trying to go for the power of the punch! A la William Regal, but backfired as Kevin Owens had him scouted with the DDT! Owens had him scouted from the brass knucks! Able to knock it out of Logan's hands! And then Owens! Throwing caution with the wind with the clothesline! Off the top, leg is hooked, down goes Paul! A flying missile known as KO landed its mark. Again, Kevin Owens in a weird spot, but now looking to work his way up the ladder once again to maybe become a 4th-time WWE Champion. But oh my. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take it back to SmackDown last week, how it started with CM Punk and AJ Styles.
You're calling me out, Punk? You, the so-called WWE Champion that is ducking from a phenomenal challenge at Bad Blood?
AJ, I understand that you're desperate for a rematch against me. So desperate that you took it upon yourself to hit me with a cheap
And right here, ladies and gentlemen, the final boss had to interrupt and made some announcements of his own.
In Caesar's Palace, on a special episode of SmackDown, I will select an opponent for you to face AJ. Once you win, you will get your WWE title match at Bad Blood.
So tonight, it's all or nothing for AJ Styles. He's been wanting an opportunity at the WWE Championship. He will get his shot if he could win this one match here tonight. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. As here comes the phenomenal one in AJ Styles. Looking to try to earn the WWE title match.
Contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Gainesville, Georgia, weighing in at 218 pounds, the phenomenal AJ Styles.
Mike Rome filling in for Alicia Taylor here tonight, but no doubt AJ Styles ready and focused for this match. Only question is, who the hell is he facing? Is it someone new, someone returning, or an old foe by AJ that he's met in the past? Nonetheless, AJ Styles, a former WWE champion back in 2K18 going into 2K19, wanting another crack at the top prize. He's been a world champion, a universal champion. He's main evented WrestleMania. He's been to the mountaintop. But Styles is at a point in his career where he doesn't have that much time left, and he's looking to make a statement by any means. Who is he facing here tonight? Who the hell? Who is this creature? Sitting on the chair. Oh my! Wait a minute!
And his opponent from Niagara Falls, Canada, weighing in at 223 pounds, Shawn Spears!
Wait a minute, I know a superstar that was once here before from Niagara Falls, and Shawn Spears making his, I guess, debut here tonight on SmackDown. At least under the Shawn Spears name, but if I'm not, I might be wrong on this, but he's wearing a mask at the moment. I'm going to try and take a guess here. This superstar was once a perfect 10, to say the least. And I guess he's been through the ringer, and now we're seeing his true colors. Shawn Spears. Once a perfect 10, now a perfect disaster. Returns to SmackDown. Here we go, AJ Styles taking on a returning, now debuting star in Shawn Spears here tonight. As referee Daphne looking to officiate this match. As Styles trying to go high, and Spears able to catch him right then and there. Now caught over tie up by Styles and Spears here. Shawn Spears, a man who's went down an elite road at one point in his career. I guess that's how he became the chairman of professional wrestling. As AJ Styles with the elbow right to the gut. Shawn Spears has him scouted. AJ not in a prime spot, to say the least. Big kick right to the midsection, and again AJ and Spears in a collarbone tie-up scenario. And now Styles, I believe he's working on the arm, but oh no, Spears got him by the waist here. A waist lock, but Styles is able to break the hold. A waist lock of his own now. And now it's Spears trying to find a way out, and he does. Snapmare takedown. Got him in the chin lock here. Good old-fashioned chain wrestling, ladies and gentlemen, here on SmackDown. As applying pressure to Spears on the Styles. You can even see it on the face of AJ. The phenomenal and in grave danger as Shawn Spears tries the knee to the spine and the knee to the face. Another look. Spears, tope atomico. Holy. Again, we're seeing a different side from the former Perfect 10. Tail leg kick by AJ Styles. And now AJ got him. Snap. Wait a minute. No, Spears able to counter the suplex attempt, but Styles caught him with the elbow. And now it's AJ that got Spears here. Face first off the turnbuckle. A shot to the knee, but Spears caught him in the midsection. And a drop kick for good measure. All AJ wanted a shot at CM Punk for the undisputed WWE title. At Bad Blood. And Shawn Spears, oh no, couldn't get the elbow. Miscalculated on the distance of the elbow drop. But again, Shawn Spears wants to be the one to forward the plans of AJ. And a big win over AJ Styles will do wonders for Shawn Spears here tonight. Tope Atomico once again, throw him in the face. Cover on the Styles. A 1.5 for Spears. As AJ might be in trouble. Shawn thinking, he calls it the C4, but look at Styles! Calf crusher. Calf crusher submission applied. Shawn Spears in trouble. Styles reeling in, and Spears submits. Oh wait, there's Punk. It's Punk with the title. Shut up the skull. AJ got what he wants, but at what cost? For the undisputed title at Bad Blood for the WWE Championship, CM Punk defends against AJ Styles. Bad Blood is completely official. Make sure you click the subscribe button and the notification bell where you never miss a video from this channel. Before we get to Bad Blood, we got to show you the SmackDown side of the Premium Live event, as AJ Styles will officially meet CM Punk for the WWE Championship. Will Punk retain the title and prove himself right against AJ Styles, or will Styles finally win the gold? Becky Lynch and Laura Valkyria will meet Pure Fusion Collective of Baszler and Stark for the women's tag team titles in an Extreme Rules match. These two teams have gone back and forth over the last few weeks. They'll finally settle it at Bad Blood. Women's Championship on the line in a no-holds-barred bout. Rhea Ripley putting up her SmackDown contract on the line if she can't beat the EST at Bad Blood for the Women's Championship. Ken Shamrock will meet Roman Reigns in a first-ever Underground Rules match. Where there's no ropes, there will be people around ringside, and the only way you can win is by knockout or submission, all for the men's Intercontinental Championship. And Bad Blood's main event period is John Cena versus Randy Orton. This is not about title, this is not about money, this is personal, one-on-one inside Hell in a Cell. SmackDown after Bad Blood will have the WWE Men's Tag Team titles on the line, as DIY will take on the Street Profits, who won the #1 contendership gauntlet match earlier tonight. They will meet next week on SmackDown. Also, after the attack in Hammerstein Ballroom on the last episode of SmackDown, Braun Strowman is up for revenge as he takes on Omos in an Extreme Rules match, one-on-one. That's our main event next week on SmackDown. But in our main event tonight, it's John Cena versus Shinsuke Nakamura. With one question in mind, is Randy Orton looming in the shadows? On May 11th, it will be WWE Bad Blood, hosted in Atlanta, Georgia, where superstars will finally settle their differences that we've been building for the last few months. Superstars with championships on the line and grudges to behold, all will take place at Bad Blood. Oh, what the? Wait a minute! Randy Orton! Randy Orton getting the attack on Cena! With Nakamura curling in the ring, Cena was winking his way out here right before our main event, and Randy Orton was able to get the last shot in before Bad Blood. Oh my goodness. And there's still fans behind Cena trying to will him on. Cena looking to continue and compete in this match despite being attacked by Randy Orton. I mean, Cena and Nakamura have had matches in the past. It would have been understandable if Cena didn't want to compete here, but Cena going at it with Shinsuke. Single knee camel clutch. Our main event took an abrupt turn right as Cena was making his way out here. Shinsuke and Nakamura and John Cena one-on-one in our main event. This has been a stellar night so far. And now look at Cena taking a gorilla press. And Shinsuke able to turn it around. Sunset. No! Cena turns it around as well. No! Not even a count. I wouldn't even say a 1 count. That was nothing. Now Cena sends him over the top to the outside. Shinsuke Nakamura, former Universal Champion. John Cena, a man who's not been lucky as of late when it comes to championships, but he has gotten the win over Randy Orton at WrestleMania. But now that he's lumped in a Hell in a Cell match against Randy at Bad Blood, you gotta wonder. My God, what a kick by Shinsuke! You gotta wonder how much does Cena have within him at this stage of his career. Even Randy Orton pointed out months ago that John Cena doesn't have that much time left. He won't be able to kick out at 2 like he normally does. But Cena and Nakamura going at it at ringside. Cena with the advantage. Nakamura trying to turn that around. Count of 7. He sends Shinsuke Kross ringside. Count of 8. Looking to take the count out win perhaps. Cena taunting the crowd a little too cocky. Nakamura back in the ring. And now Nakamura! Gut first goes Cena. Shinsuke got him down, cover, but Cena powers out. Kick to the midsection. Yoshi tonic there by Cena. And now John measuring Shinsuke in the corner. Oh, Shinsuke got out. The camera was focused on Cena too long to where Nakamura was able to get up to his feet. And Shinsuke with a shoulder right to the gut. Holy. Interesting camera angles in on SmackDown here tonight. I wonder if Kevin Hunt's in production. I don't know. Either way, John Cena making his way back inside the ring. Again, I don't know if Cena is rattled regarding what Orton did to him moments before the match started. Liger bomb by Shinsuke! Oh! Barely got a 1 count. Look at Shin. Oh! Drives the knee to the side of the skull of Cena. And now Nakamura got the arm, but Cena with a covering blow. Almost like a lariat takes him down. But Nakamura with a kick. And Cena looking to fire back with a chop block. But Nakamura. And now it's both men not afraid to trade blows. Shinsuke with the upper hand. Cena blocks. But no. Cena that time. Nakamura had enough and caught him with that kick to the midsection. Cena in dire strengths right now. Oh, Shinsuke took too much time admiring the crowd. Cena, belly to belly. And now, oh, Nakamura caught him. Kick to the midsection. Could he be thinking? No, Cena caught him. Drop toe hold. Drop toe hold, and now John Cena. What's he thinking? You can't see me. Cena looking to go for the 5-knuckle shuffle. 5-knuckle shuffle. Is that enough? Shinsuke down. Hook of the leg and no, not even close. Uh-oh. Measuring Nakamura. But Shinsuke had it scouted. Was able to block. Sent him up the ropes, but Cena with a shoulder tackle. And now John Cena's fired up here. Measuring Nakamura. What does he have in mind? Scoop? No. Shinsuke counters Scorpion. Death drop inverted DDT. Nakamura got the wrist, but Cena blocks it. But Cena got him from behind. Oh, wait! Look at Cena! Attitude adjustment! He turned it around! Caught Nakamura down for the kill! No! Nakamura 2! Cena can't believe it! Oh, and Shinsuke with the running knee to the midsection. Is that enough to put him away? Hook of the leg, 2 count, and no, Cena still ever resilient, able to withstand it. Here comes Cena! Shoulder tackle, shoulder tackle. Ducks now into the spin-off power bomb by Cena. And now John thinking another 5-knuckle shuffle! And Shinsuke's busted open that time. A desperate Cena perhaps into the cover of the 5-knuckle shuffle, and Cena wins! A desperate Cena, but nonetheless Randy Orton on the stage! John Cena sees Orton on the stage. Referee tapped and trying to hold back Cena, but after that attack, I don't think that's going to work. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our main event at Bad Blood inside Hell in the Cell. It's not about titles. It ain't even about money. This is personal. Cena, Orton, one-on-one, locked inside Hell in the Cell in Atlanta, Georgia. What will happen? Find out on Sunday, May 11th.